So I know there's a little slide presentation, but I really wanted to just talk about why this is important and why we're all gathered and why we should really be focused on this. And we know we formed our office, I believe it was in 2014, and Catalina, stand up for a second. You know, when you're a new mayor, oftentimes you come in and you look at your staff and you say, who should go, who should stay? And we had a star in our office, and I said, this person has to stay. And so Catalina Rodriguez, who really has, I believe, put the icing on the cake in terms of what a city should be doing as it relates to these practices and welcoming individuals to your city and making them a part of the fabric of your community, because they are in fact part of the fabric of your community. When I think about the percentage of the population in our city, especially the Latino community, which represents about 8% of our population in Baltimore City, a fast-growing population, a population that contributes economically to the fabric of the city. Businesses are growing. It is really important that that leadership comes and emanates from the mayor's office, that you acknowledge that this is one, a very important part of your community, two, that you set your office up in such a way that people are welcome, and three, that you integrate them into every aspect of your city, from your boards and commissions to your community organizations, and that you pay just as much attention to that community as you would any other community in your city. They are, in fact, a part of our city. And so Baltimore considers itself a welcoming city, and people say, well, what's the difference in a welcoming city and a sanctuary city? In Baltimore, we don't control our jails, and we don't control our prisons, but here's what we say to our police force. We do not patrol our streets and ask people about their immigration status. Our focus is on making sure that people feel safe in our neighborhoods and our communities, and to the extent that we can, have those kinds of conversations that we believe are meaningful and allow people to function, operate, hire, and be employed in your communities and grow their businesses, then we have a responsibility to do that. And so since I've been mayor over the last year, I think I became mayor just about a year ago, about a month ago, a little bit more than 13 months now. It has been my role to not only elevate this office, but to make sure that we're doing everything possible to be inclusionary. You know, from language barriers and making sure that there are opportunities for access to language barriers, that we create the cultural competency that everybody understands what needs to be done, enhancing public services within our community for all communities, prompting civic engagement, and making sure that economic development opportunities are very important, and also building those relationships that are important for all communities. Our mission is really to promote the economic growth of communities, well-being, and integration of some 51,000 new Baltimoreans into, we call new Americans, into Baltimore. Our message is very clear. We're a welcoming city. Our services and support systems are available to all. We also make sure that our business development opportunities are available, and home ownership opportunities, and educating the community on the various opportunities to own homes in our communities. We have what we call a first-time buyers incentive, and that is for everyone in our community, where we offer up to $5,000 for anyone who is moving into our city, buying a house for the first time. We've created incentives. In fact, a large percentage of our Latino community lives in what we call the Johns Hopkins University footprint. Many of them work near the Johns Hopkins, at the Johns Hopkins Hospital. Johns Hopkins, in fact, invested $35,000 into its employees to live near where they work, and a number of Latino families were able to take advantage of that. We also created another incentive with the University of Maryland at Baltimore, the same kind of incentive, where we put together with the city another $18,500 for folks to live near where they work. And if you're a first-time home buyer, you get that additional $5,000 in order to live in Baltimore. Most recently, our office has focused on increasing access to legal services, because we feel that we want to make sure that our communities understand that we are supportive. And so to that extent, we work with the OSI, Open Society Institute, to create and expand services and resources to provide legal services to the Latino community specifically. to make sure that if someone cannot afford legal services, that we're able to provide that for them. The intent of the fund is to provide access to due process and opportunity for immigrants to be able to tell their story with the proper legal counsel in front of an immigration judge. We have approximately 2,000 U.S. children in Baltimore who have parents that are undocumented. And so our goal is to help these families remain together while avoiding the economic ripple effects of deportation, as many own homes, businesses, and pay taxes. We want to be able to exceed our fundraising goals, and thanks to our efforts, 900 people at various stages in the immigration process have been able to access legal services. We have also made Baltimore City Community College free, and that's free to all of our citizens in Baltimore, including our undocumented students. When I was the majority leader of the Senate of Maryland, one of the things that we passed in the state of Maryland was allowing those Latinos and other immigrants who've been born in the state of Maryland to attend our colleges and universities. And now with this particular program, we call it the Mayor Scholars Program, that will be launched, that just got launched in December 27. The program's goal is to ensure that seniors graduating from public schools have access to higher education. The program is open again to all immigrants and to refugee students, regardless of immigrant status. Cost and status should not be a barrier to students aspiring for higher education. And so we're very excited about our efforts. As you can well see, Baltimore is one of those cities that likes to celebrate everything, whether it is our refugees, our Latino festival, our Hispanic festival. You can see some of the pictures where we are welcoming different groups and organizations to our city and working very closely with the services that are provided throughout the city of Baltimore. Again, our focus is not only just elevating, but helping folks in our communities understand not only are they welcome, we're going to make sure that they take advantage of every opportunity to be among the greatest citizens of Baltimore. Thank you for this opportunity.